on the pass rush, we get after it.
Dietrich, I think you were down for a moment there late in the game. Everything check out okay for you?
Everything is good now. Yeah.
Yeah, enough braces on, but last week you guys put the goose egg up. Pretty good effort here today. Do you guys feel there's a rhythm here? The team's coming together. Looks like you guys are vibing pretty good out there.
Most definitely, everything is clicking together. We still got some things to clean up. We got to watch film and see where that's at. But right now, we're doing a great job. We started last week to keep the momentum going. We did the same thing this week.
How hard is it for rookies? You were a rookie at one time to contribute. Not only just to get reps, but to get out there and some guys like Bailey playing for the 4 quarters, Thornton today, the Jones twins in the back end, Strange. A lot of rookies contributing here.
Yeah, we have a lot of rookies right now stepping up and playing their role well. Big Sam got it in there. DeMarcus got in there late in the game. Those guys are doing wonderful. Taquan's doing an excellent job. Zap's continuing to work hard. And those rookies are back behind great leaders in their positions and around them to help and support them. And they're doing phenomenal. Like I said a couple weeks ago, when the rookies go out there and do their thing, we're behind 100%, guiding them, helping them out.
How much you like also the fact that it was a total team effort defensively? You guys applied the pressure, had some sacks, but also the pick from Kyle Tucker and Mills as well. Would you see
Be Carl too, and Carl. Carl had a little fumble too.
they also the fumble recovery?
It's a beautiful thing when our pass rush gets there, but it's also beautiful when our D-line and our front seven affects the quarterback to where our DBs can make plays too. And it's a big, huge marriage. You can have one without the other. If there's no coverage and good pass rush, then that's deep balls. If there's good coverage and bad rush, then he's just holding the ball all day and anything can happen. So it's been a fantastic job of both the DBs and the front seven working together, stopping the run, affecting the quarterback, and if he does get the ball off, affecting the pass, the throw, PBUs, interceptions, forced fumbles, all that kind of stuff.
Dietrich, Bill Belichick ties George Halas for second all-time in wins with this victory. As a player that plays for Coach Belichick, what does that milestone represent to you?
That's an awesome milestone. I'm very excited for him getting that milestone. I believe he's achieving a lot of things. The more times, every year, he's achieving something new, and that's wonderful. And as a player, I think it's pretty cool to be coached by a legendary coach like himself.
Teachers, you personally you tied a career high for sacks already this year. What has clicked for you that's allowed you to have so much success there?
It's not so much what's clicking, it's what I've been already doing, honestly. My father had a saying, a drip of water every day can crack a big rock. And pretty much this, and it's almost like, anyway, it's similar to a lot of other stories about just keep chipping and keep working, and that's kind of what I've been doing. So since I got into the league, I've listened to a lot of vets in front of me, how they take care of their bodies, how they train, how they work. Listen to guys in other sports. My father always told me just work hard, and everything else will come to you. And that's one thing I've always been doing is just grinding every day, staying at the practice, coming to practice early, doing what I need to do to become a better player. And that's something that I take much pride in. And I just love the game of football. I love the whole aspect of it. And I just see I haven't been doing anything different than I have been doing in the past. I think this place is just now coming to me, just based on all of the hard work that I've been doing, and my teammates around me too.
Thanks, guys.
All right, y'all have a great day.
Teachers Wise, with Scott Zolak, so come on in. Just again, your thoughts on what you saw from the Patriots today, and why does that be feedback? So you tweeted that.
Sneaky bets.
Podium, and he starts things up. David, how satisfying that one for the total team victory on all 3 units?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of things we can clean up, but always good to get a win on the road, and got a long week here, so take a look at it, get it corrected, and get ready for Monday night.
Guys, that's a big early third down and long conversions. How important is that for you guys as you're trying to find a rhythm within that game?
Yeah, definitely. I think for the most part we did a pretty good job. Zap made some great throws. Receivers got open. Obviously, some big plays. The Jonnu play, Hunter. We can do it all. Just got to clean some things up and keep improving here.
David, what are you seeing from Zappy and his growth
Oh.
where he plays?
A lot of poise. a lot of composure. Uh, you know, have a lot of fun out there, and you know, I think he does a really good job for us. You know, and doing what he's asked to do.
You have 38 points offensively today. How much progress do you feel the offense has made now in the last month?
Well, definitely. I think, you know, our defense helped us out a lot, right? They made some really big plays, but, you know, that was some good complementary football. When they, you know, give us those opportunities, you got to capitalize on them. You know, I think we did a lot of good things. You know, got to clean some things up. You know, they did some things to challenge us. But, you know, always good to kind of cap off the game like that, you know, because it got a little hairy, and then, you know, we were able to kind of finish it off there.
Ramondre's touchdown run, from your perspective, I know it's hard to see it. Right?
Yeah.
But what, when you play that play?
I felt like I hit like 4 different people on that play, but and then I hit Mike. Mike hit me to somebody, and then, you know, next thing I know, laying in the end zone, and there's Mondre. So, you know, got to get him going. You know, he ran hard today. We can help him out a little bit more. He ran super hard though. You know, bigger load obviously. So, you know, appreciate him. He's a great back. He's a tough back. Really can do it all.
You talked about the rookies and Bailey, what they've been able to do, and also Cole Strange. We've seen what he's done. How nice to see Tyquan Thornton
Yeah.
get in the end zone a couple of times.
No, definitely. You know, he's really fast to me. You know, does a good job. You know, he worked hard. Obviously, you know, had the thing earlier in the year, but you know, good player. You know, I don't know much about receivers. Get up and catch the ball, right? So that's about my knowledge of receivers. But he does a great job. You know, proud of all the work he's put in and to be ready to go.
From where you guys were, how good does it feel to get back to 500? It's just a nice start. For you
Yeah,
this year.
definitely. You know, I mean, you just got to keep it rolling here. You know, that's part of it. This is, you know, I've had slow starts. I've had really fast starts that don't end well. So you just got to try to keep building, try to keep getting better week in and week out, and when it matters the most, play your best football.
How about Coach Belichick tying George Hallis for second on the all-time wins list as a player? What are your thoughts on that milestone?
You know, I think it's, you know, it's huge. It's a lot of hard work. You know, never played for another head coach. You know, like I said, you know, pretty obvious that he kind of gave me my start in this league when not a lot of people wanted to. So I have so much respect for him and gratitude that he did give me a chance and to be standing here talking to you 8 years later. So he's a great football coach. You know, I have a lot of respect for him. I really enjoy playing for him. It's tough at times, but I enjoy that, you know, because he wants what's best for us.
David, the balance you guys have today with 4 receivers going over 60 yards, you dominate the time of possession there. How much of a function is that with the whole operation?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think there's a lot we can clean up. A lot of penalties, procedure penalties, some things like that we got to clean up because then we had to put ourselves in some long yardage. But you know, we got a great receiver room. I mean, you know, Cobes is obviously Cobes. Devontae can do a lot for us. Tyquan, you know, I mean, and 2 really good tight ends. I mean, we got people to get the ball to. You know, up front we have to do a good enough job to help that happen. And they'll make plays like you see today. All good? Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
good to win, start number 2 in a row?
Yeah, it feels good to win no matter what, honestly. It was a great team win today. Played good in all 3 phases. Offense played well. Of course, there's some things that we can continue to clean up moving on to the weeks, but it was a great win for us, that's for sure.
How good do you feel out there as the game went on? You had that strip sack. It seemed like you recovered nicely from that. How good did you feel as the game went on today?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just staying, at the task at hand, or staying with the game plan, not getting outside the game plan. And we did a phenomenal job. O-line played well, receivers played well, tight ends played well, running backs ran. I mean, we just had a really good offensive day today, and let's celebrate today and then on to the Bears.
What happened after that one sequence? After it looked like your arm was actually going forward on the strip sack, and I think it's debatable. But then there was 3 errant throws in there. Then you really settled down after that, got into the game, got back in rhythm. What got you back into rhythm offensively? What adjustments you guys made?
Yeah, I think that's just props to my teammates, my coaches, calming me down, telling me, stay, just playing football. I mean, that's the biggest thing, just playing football on Sunday, and just stay at the task at hand, do your job, and that's really about it.
You spread the ball around to a bunch of targets. How much did you feel like that was a key part of your success offensively?
I think it was a big key. Like we said, for the past few weeks, we have a really good receiving core. We have a really good tight end group. We have a bunch of guys that can get open, a bunch of guys that can run routes, catch the ball, and do things after they catch the ball. And we showed that today. And, it was a good day for those guys and good day for the O-line, running backs. So it was a great team win.
Nice also, you get the Mills interception, you come right back on the 3rd and 1 and the touchdown. How good is that to just capitalize, work together, complement each other in all 3 phases?
That's winning football for us, playing complementary football. When defense is playing good and they get a stop, it's up to us as an offense to take advantage of it. And, today we played good in all 3 phases. And it was amazing to see that, and it was a great team win.
Billy, have you allowed yourself to step back and just sort of take stock of what's happened here? I mean, 3 games to start the season, you're not even on the game day roster. Next thing you know, you're playing unexpectedly 4 and now starting 2 straight games.
Yeah, to be quite honest with you, I'm just, taking advantage of, my opportunity and at practice and wherever it is, and, taking it week by week. And once we come back tomorrow, watch the film tomorrow of this game, and then it's really on to the Bears.
Bailey, what do you feel has enabled you to look and feel more comfortable here in the last 2 games?
Definitely my teammates and my coaches. They've definitely supported me, helped me a lot, answering my questions that I've had on the sidelines, keep me calm on the field as far as teammates. And, when you have guys like we have on the offensive side, it's very easy.
In these last 2 games, whether it be personally or collectively as a team, how has it exceeded your expectations?
I think, we've definitely made some strides. Of course, there's some things that we can fix up, fix on the offense. I'm sure defense has things that they want to fix up, special teams. Personally, there's some things that I need to clean up. That's the great thing about football. You always got next week and always got practice to clean those things up.
Final question, guys. Final question. Similar to the first question you had, after the Packers game, I think you said you had to ask some of your linemen or teammates to calm you down and remind you that it's just football. Do you think you still needed any of that the last couple of weeks, or do you feel like yourself getting much more involved?
Oh, yeah. We always talk around the field. That's always nice to hear from those guys. But like you said, we're just playing football out there. It's what we've been playing since we were 5 years old. So, it's fun to play with those guys.
Thank you, Bailey. Do you have anything else?
Thank you.
How about this feature quarterback? Bailey Zappi, Jalen Mills approaches the podium, but Jalen, in fact, had a battle all day long with Mari Cooper out there. What was that like for you today? Up with the pick and helping your team?
Man, it was good, man. I've been battling against Coop, man, since our freshman year in college. The LSU-Alabama rivalry. He's a really, really good receiver in this league, really, really detailed route runner. So we know each other pretty well, but it's always a battle going up against him.
What do you think the key was today for the defense?
Yeah, number one, stop the run. Those guys over there, well-coached team. They got those 2 running backs over there averaging 200 yards a game, I think. So I think that was kind of the main focus, making sure that that engine didn't get going over there.
Jalen, what kind of boost have the young guys, Marcus and Jack, given you as they've gotten more playing time?
Yeah, young, exciting, to see those guys out there make plays, execute not only the things that coach to them in the meeting rooms and then going out and practicing and executing, but also doing it in the game.
I think before the Dolphins game, I think it was you that said it was night and day from where they were early
Yep.
in the offseason to that point? Have you
Yeah.
seen like even more growth from them
Yeah.
the last few weeks?
Every day, they're continuously asking questions. Like I said, the things that coach, corrects them on a Wednesday practice, going out on Thursday, not making that same mistake, and it converts over to the game. But as young guys, you gotta know you just gotta keep growing. You never make it.
Jalen, with Coach Belichick tying George Halas for second place
Mm-hmm.
on the all-time wins list, how much is that something that players talk about? It's
Yeah.
recognized. What do you think of that?
Yeah, definitely after the game. I don't know if everybody knew about it, but I knew about it. As soon as we took that last knee, I kind of gave Coach, a high five and a hug and told him congratulations. I mean, that's big. He's a part of history, and he deserves it.
What's he meant to you?
The reason why I'm in a Patriots uniform, the reason why I signed here, wanting to be coached by, if not the best, one of the best coaches to ever do it. And just learn from him, learn the game from him. And I think that's the biggest thing for me.
Jim, you talked about that a lot when you signed with the Patriots.
Yep.
How's the experience been, 2 years in now? Gone through the experience of playing for the staff.
I think my growth individually as a football player has gotten a lot better. Just asking him little questions, or if I'm in practice or in a game, him coming to me making, that slight mistake that I may have made, making that correction for me, and just opening my mind as far as how I see the game and how I watch film.
Jalen, for the offense to put up 38 points on a day when defensively, special teams, you guys forced 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
How much does that validate the way that you were playing defensively, that
Yeah.
you could put those kind of numbers on the board?
We talk about always playing complementary football, offense, defense, special teams. And I think this right here, this is a game where our practice execution was pretty good this week, and I think it showed on Sunday.
And you took, I think it's through your interception.
Yeah.
It was kind of, you talk about complimentary. I think Juwan Bentley hit
Yeah.
Brissett to help you make that play. How
Yes.
important is that up front, what you're able to do back there?
I was always told, once I started playing in the secondary, that a good pass rush complements good coverage, and good coverage complements a good pass rush. So I appreciate him. I might have a good gift for him in his locker on Monday.
Jalen, how do you feel Bailey has earned your respect, or just the respect of his teammates collectively?
Young guy who's out there, doing exactly what the coaches are asking him to do. Whether it's run or pass, he's making his right checks. I know Mac and Hoyer, they're doing a good job as far as helping him as well. So I think just a growth, like what I was saying with the young guys. They're getting better every day.
Anything else?
Good.
Thank you, Jalen.
Thank you, guys.
Trying to throw it to a break and come back with much more from here in Cleveland, where the Patriots were victorious 38-15 to get back to 500.
What up, y'all?
Sorry, no music.
It's all right, man. Next time.
How pleased were you with what you saw from all three units today?
That was just a hard-fought game. Came out here, executed, did what we needed to do to get the win. That's a really good football team over there, and they was playing well. And we kind of just came out here and did what we needed to do.
They led the NFL in rushing coming in. I think you held them to 70 yards. How much of a priority was that during the week, and to be able to execute it today?
Big. We tried to make them play left-handed. We knew they had really three good backs, but Chubb and Kareem been running it really well, and we tried to just stop them, and we put all our eggs in the basket.
Matthew, with Coach Belichick tying George Halas for second all-time on the wins list,
Ooh.
your thoughts?
That's just, a lot of hard work, a lot of hours, a lot of execution, a lot of attention to details that he bestows upon his players, and we just kind of go out there and execute. And so for him to get that, it would tie that record and hopefully overcome it. That's nice. That's really nice.
How significant is that to you guys, like in the locker room and stuff after the game?
Well, he really didn't bring it up. He didn't really tell nobody, and nobody kind of told us. So I really didn't know until now. But we kind of talked to him about it.
How good to get back to 500?
It's always good to get back to 500, but it's just good to get a win, man. You got to take this week one game at a time, and just to get that win and stack two of them, we got to keep doing that.
Matthew, in addition to the job that you guys did against their running game with their backs, you stopped Brissett on the fourth down sneak, and I think his percentage of conversions was like over 95% coming into this game. Plays like that, turnovers on downs, saw a lot of them last week. How significant are they? And in particular, in a case like today, how critical is that?
Just to get the ball back to the offense in any kind of form. Whether that's just a regular turnover on downs, that just mean they ain't scoring, and the ball get back to the offense, and we can have them run some plays and run some times and just chew on the clock. So with him not getting that fourth down, that's just a good stop for us, for real.
How much better do you think you guys are front, like with games, some of the things you're doing? If you get deeper in the season, I imagine that things generally improve. How much do you think this team's come along in that respect?
You got to see. Just continue to watch. It's going to be growth throughout the season, and we all knew that. And we wasn't playing well earlier, but like I said, we take every game one game at a time. And so it's good to ride momentum or ride the wave, but every game is different, and we're gonna have to play next week is that like it's gonna be a different game.
We'll take one more question.
Love to get your thoughts on Bailey.
Man, Zappy's playing good football, stepping up in the pocket, making throws. I don't really know what he's reading. I don't even really know what he's doing. I wish I did. I wish I knew the offense, but I really don't know what's going on over there. All I see him is he's moving the ball for us, and he's completing passes, and I think he's doing a heck of a job in the role that we asked him to do.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
And then we have Ramondre Stevenson.
Ramondre Stevenson. Ramondre, just to follow what you guys were able to do, running the football, and kind of churned out a couple of touchdowns. How good was that for you guys today?
It was huge. I feel like the Browns made a huge effort in stopping the run, so it made just running the ball a little bit more tough. But it was just tough yards all on the field tonight, and my O-line was working again.
So you still had a touchdown. I think it was 3rd and 10 on their 31. What did you see, and how nice is it to put it in the end zone there?
It's great to always get 6 points on the board. But what I seen on it, my O-line was just working, and really it just opened right up for me. I got straight to the second level and just tried to make a play.
Was that designed to cut back that way, or was that your vision sort of seeing?
Well, as a running back, every play is pretty unique, so that ball could go anywhere. So it was just keeping my eyes open, and we actually did talk about that ball cutting back, things like that. So, yep.
Look at Bailey.
Bailey, he's a great player. He's doing his best out there, and I think everybody can see that he's completing passes and just doing what the coaches asked him to. And yeah, I'm proud of that kid.
How impressed have you been with
Yeah, with the run, that's a fast guy right there. So just him getting the ball, that could go the distance every time. So not really surprised. Hard-working kid, and yeah, I'm just happy for him as well. Thank you.
Steps in the meantime, once again, steps away and get a rushing timeout for you as we've got Stevenson with 19 attempts, 76 yards, a pair of touchdowns, 4 catches, 15.
Well, good team win for us here on the road. Got a lot of contributions from everybody. Offense, defense, special teams. Played some complimentary football where we were able to, make plays on defense or in the kicking game and then convert those on offense. So, that was good. Players really competed hard. Obviously, we had a hard time with Garrett. He's tough. And then, the penalties in the first half offensively put us in some long yardage situations, and even in the third quarter, put us in some long yardage situations that we gotta try to avoid. But in the end, good complimentary football. Got some turnovers. We're able to again make some plays in the kicking game, and another 5 or 6 fourth down plays, 2-point conversion. So seems like that's becoming a theme here. Defensively, we've got to be ready to tackle those. But, got some contributions from some of our younger players here today. Strong, Harris got a chance to play. Thornton, made a couple of big plays for us. Obviously, Strange been doing that for us all year. Zappi, hung in there. So good team win, and big week coming up here. But good coming in Cleveland and win.
Bill,
Take that.
What does it mean to you to tie George Hallis for the second most victories of all time on the NFL coaching?
You can't win games in this league without good players. So I've been very fortunate to have coached a lot of great players and have a lot of great coaches on my staff through the years. So a lot of those guys have gone on to have tremendous careers. And the players, obviously, we have many of them are Patriots Hall of Fame, NFL Hall of Fame, or are going to be. So it's really winning games in this league is about having good players, and I've been very fortunate to have a lot of them. Had them at New York, had them at Cleveland, have them here. So.
Coach, normal procedure, for a team to head to the buses after the game. I saw a couple guys, they went out to the field as they're boarding the buses. They said it was your suggestion. Was there any meaning behind that, and if true?
Yeah, thanks, Scott. So, no, I told him after the game, you know, how, I mean, look, we have, as we know, our players are very active in social justice and, you know, equality and things like that. And, you know, I told him how important the 5 of those names are. I mean, they were all great players up there and great people up there. I'm not saying that, but there's 5 that to me really, you know, just absolutely stand out in the Mount Rushmore of this conversation. Paul Brown for reintegrating the NFL when he came into the NFL from the All-American Conference with Bill Willis and Mary Motley. So those 3, and then, of course, Ozzie Newsome's one of the first black players at Alabama, one of the great ones. Great player, great general manager, great person. And then, of course, the great Jim Brown, who, you know, kind of stands above everyone in terms of what he's done for equality, what he stands for, what he was as a football player, what he is as a man. So, you know, Paul Brown took a lot of courage to do what he did. Took a lot of courage to do what Willis and Motley did. Took a lot of courage to do what Ozzie did. Took a lot of courage for Jim Brown to do what he did. So, I told him I thought that they should go out there and just, you know, just think for a minute about what some of the sacrifices that those guys made, not just on the field, not just as players, but as people and for what they stood for. So, thank you. Thanks for the question, Scott.
Bill, even though every win is precious for a coach, it does sound like winning here was special.
It's good to win. Yeah, it's good to win every week, Tony. Every week. So, it's great to win every week. Today is a win, so happy. Happy last week when we beat Detroit. It's hard to win in this league.
Bill, how impressed were you with the defensive line and, you know, and the linebackers were standing up against a really good Browns running game?
Yeah, Browns have a great running game. I mean, as I've talked about all week, they're very well coached, extremely well coached, as good as anybody we see. Outstanding offensive line. And obviously, Bitonio was a go-to guy there, but you know, all 5 of those guys are good. The tight ends are good. And Chubb is just, I mean, he's a heck of a back. You know, and so are the other 2 guys, you know, I mean, Hunt, but Chubb is as good as we see. So, again, give the players credit. There's no one guy that can stop that. That's everybody doing their job, defeating blocks, tackling, pursuing the ball, just being disciplined and being sound, because Chubb's got very good vision and finds openings. And, you know, he hit us on a couple, you know, in the second half where he, you know, squirted through for, you know, a couple of decent runs. But, I mean, overall, the kind of halfway keep him in check, that was a great job by our defensive coaches. And not only the front 7, but we had a couple plays where the secondary had to tackle him and keep those 7 or 8 yard runs from, you know, going for 50, which, you know, he has plenty of those. So, yeah, it's a good job by that group. Thank you.
Bill, they thought they'd surprise you by throwing to their 3rd tight end and their 2nd play of the game, and yet the defense wasn't surprised. Did you expect Farrell Brown to play a role in this game?
Yeah, I mean, they've been, you know, used 3 tight ends. Did it against us last year. So last year, if you remember on the opening drive, they kind of took it right down the field, went no huddle, got into some empty formations out of their big personnel. So that's something that they had hurt us with before. Not surprised that they came back with it. And, you know, we were in zone, so they could throw it to whoever they wanted to.
1 week ago, you talked about how impressed you were with Bailey's intellect and seeing the game. Do you feel that's kind of helped him develop, or what is that right now?
Yeah, I mean, again, he learns every day, whether it's practice or meetings or game experiences. So, yeah, it's, you know, he has pretty good instincts, but again, there's a lot for him to learn, and you know, he saw some things today that you know, he learned from, and you know, he was able to take advantage and make a couple plays. You know, we had the opportunity, so it was, again, solid performance. You know, not turning the ball over. I mean, other than the strip sack, but you know, in terms of throwing the ball, not turning the ball over, is a good thing. And you know, we just had trouble, obviously, with Myles Garrett. I mean, we tried to double him as much as we could, and you know, he still got us.
Bill, on the George Hallis, I'm just curious, knowing your appreciation for the history of the game, because when you hear that name, what comes to your mind, George Hallis?
Yeah, George Hallis, Paul Brown. I probably shouldn't be included with them. That's what I think. They were my idols. Coach Hallis was, again, a friend of my dad's, and my dad, had new people on the staff that coached for Coach Hallis, and he coached Bill Wade at Vanderbilt, so we had a lot of Chicago Hallis connections, and they were always very. When they came to Baltimore, we go to the locker room after the game and stuff like that. They were always very gracious and generous, and let me hang around and stuff like that. So, ton of respect for Coach Hallis, the McCaskey family, and what he did for professional football, and the way that he and since we're here, Paul Brown and others like them, paved the way for us as coaches, and paved the way for the National Football League to grow to what it was today. They laid down a lot of the building blocks.
What do you think the reason was for all the penalties in the first half, and how much did they bother you?
Yeah, well, we got to do a better job of coaching. Start with that.
You're talking about how disruptive Myles Garrett was. The 3rd and 10 call there. What did you think of the execution where Stevenson really broke a big one and seemed like he capitalized on some of their aggressiveness?
Right. Well, they were in a defense that they've used before, where they had everybody up on the line of scrimmage to make it look like it was going to be a pressure call, and then on the snap of the ball, they had 2 or 3 guys kind of bail out and looked like they lost their a little bit of gap integrity. I don't know, it was like 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12, whatever it was. And then when Mondre split it, then he was able to make a great run in the secondary and turn a 6-7 yard run into whatever it was, 30-yard touchdown, or I don't know, however long it was. So we kind of got through the line there, and then once he broke the line of scrimmage, then it was it was a great run by Stevenson.
Well, how much was it
Final question
for you to get capitalized off the turnover? You dug your interception, a Pope field goal, and then you had the Mills interception, touchdown right after that, and even the punt recovery
Yep.
by Schooler, on and on. How
On
good
top.
was that to see?
Yeah, awesome. Like that complementary football is that's what we need to play. We need to do that to win. We need to play good defense, play good in the kicking game, good field position. Then our offense capitalize on it. And offensively, keep the defense from being on a short field, stop turning the ball over. If we can't make it, punt it, put them on a long field, give our defense a chance to play defense. Some of the things we didn't do well early in the year, we're doing a better job of now. Hopefully we can continue to do that. Thanks, Dan. All right, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Johnny Smith will be next and last.
Right there you have it, John Smith, waiting after Coach Belichick. He comes out, joins us, and John, who
What's going on? What's up,
how good
guys?
did it feel for you and Hunter to make some big plays today and contribute to what was a pretty impressive win for you?
Yeah, it felt good, man. Just trying to capitalize, man, on any way we can. You know what I mean? Just getting those 2 tight end sets going, and really being able to just throw the defense off balance and take advantage of where we found open holes. So it was definitely good, man. A great feeling to get us rolling, and ultimately we came out with the win. So it was a hell of a feeling.
Johnny, what are you seeing from Bailey?
Yeah, man, he's making a ton of improvement. A guy back there just looks comfortable. Looks like he's really settling in, and really trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? And he knows that he's got a lot to improve on, as we all do. And I think that just from him having that mindset, he'll continue to make a lot of strides, man. So hats off to him. He's came in the past couple of weeks and been doing a hell of a job. Couldn't be more proud of him. He's just been playing his ass off, man. So.
John, in what ways has Bailey exceeded your expectations?
He's still a rookie, man. So we gonna, he definitely we ain't gonna sit here and fucking, is happy to go. You know what I mean? But nah, he definitely has impressed, man. And like I said, just looks real comfortable. And is he gonna watch his interview? He may be able to watch his interview. He ain't been good enough, so he gotta be better.
Did you, by any chance, get a chance to go out to the field after the game, or have you just
I haven't yet, but I definitely kind of got educated on those guys that really were pioneers to this league. You know what I mean? And that's a great thing to go out and to definitely to know and to get educated on. So looking forward to that.
How much do you appreciate your head coach coming tied for second most wins in NFL history with George Hallis and you trailing Don Shula? What's it been like for you to play for him and also to see him do something like that?
Yeah, when I going back to last year in free agency, man, when I knew I had the opportunity to become a Patriot, it was a no-brainer for me. not just because the historical franchise and, you know, all the wins and all that's great, you know, but Coach Belichick, man, he's such a football mind, you know what I mean, and kind of like a football maniac, you know what I mean, and I just knew that I was just going to learn the game from a different set of eyes, you know what I mean, from a different perspective, and being able to you know, take that in, man, as a football player, as a competitor, as a student of the game. You know, that meant a lot to me, you know what I mean? So, you know, he's a hell of a coach, but, you know, just a great person. And, you know, he always, you know, gives us, you know, presentations on, you know, the history of the game, really, you know what I mean? And I appreciate that, you know what I mean? Those, you know, some guys maybe falling asleep, you know, here or there, but the guy, when he get to talking about, you know, when this happened, and he get to rambling on about, you know, these are the first guys that invented this formation, and, you know, it's like it blow you away, man, on how much he knows, you know what I mean? So just like I said, man, just being around him and being able to see the game from his perspective, man, that was, you know, that's a good deal right there.
John, have you ever seen a tight end score touchdowns easily as Hunter did today?
Yeah, we got in that zone, man. We got to get some more in that room, man. But you know, he you know, take advantage of what's there, man. Shoot, I wish I had it that easy. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we're just taking advantage of those opportunities, man.
Even though as a rookie, you get to see Tyquan Thornton.
Oh yeah, man. That guy. Let me say this, man. You know, and I know, you know, Tyquan. That's my guy, man. That's my young guy, and you know, we got a good relationship. He been battling, you know, some personal things. You know, I don't want to get too much into it. You know, but myself has experienced the exact same thing that he is going through right now. And for him to come out and put on a performance like he did today, man, it just speaks volumes about that kid. You know what I mean? Because I know when I was going through it, it was tough. You know what I mean? And you know, to see him have a smile on his face, to see him go out there and make plays and just kind of, you know, play free. You know, that you know, like I said, man, that speaks volumes, man. So, you know, guys like that, man, those are the kind of guys we want around us. You know, guys that fight through adversity, guys that, you know, put their hard hat on and, you know, take the challenges on head on. You know what I mean? And, you know, you have a team like that, you won't be able to, this is football. You know what I mean? When we talk about real life and being able to overcome, you know, real stuff. You know, it just makes all this easier.
John, you had 4 receivers go for 60 yards, the 2 tight ends there collectively. You guys grabbed 6 balls. Like, how much is the offensive balance right now a reflection of how people are?
Yeah, you know, it's always a good day, man, when, you know, you got different guys that can make plays, you know, getting the ball and touching the rock. And, you know, I think feeding off each other, feeding off that momentum, man, that's big. Momentum is a real thing, you know what I mean? So when you got guys just making plays, you know, all over from, you know, every room, you know, the running back room, tight end room, receiver room, quarterback room, that just gets you going. You know, offensive line, can't leave my guys out, can't leave my big guys out up front, man. But just seeing, you know, guys making plays, you know, all day, you know, that just gives you another boost, you know what I mean, for you to go out there and make a play. And, you know, that brings the whole team juice, it brings the whole team momentum. So to spread the ball around, and like we did today, man, and see the results from that, you know, it says a lot.
Thank you, John. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
That's Patriots tight end Jones Smith. Patriots victorious here in Cleveland, 38-50.